welcome to Certified Fabulous. I'm Jessica, and today we took a road trip out all the way to Acton, Massachusetts at the Medical Aesthetics of New England to talk to Dr. Walter, who specializes in Vaser Shape. It's the new form of liposuction. It's non-invasive, no surgery, no needles. We're actually going to take a look and see how he does it because I'm getting it done, so you get to see firsthand all about it, what goes on. I'm the guinea pig today, so let's go.
Jessica, would you like to come in?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hi Jessica, I'm Dr. Walter. How are you?
Good, how are you?
So you want to talk about the Vaser Shape today?
Yes, I am very curious about it. How exactly does it work?
Well, it's actually a three-step process. One is, the first step is we clear out the lymph nodes to get kind of the old toxins out of there and allow the fat someplace to go. Then the second step is an ultrasound handpiece, and I'll show you that in a couple minutes. And that actually heats up the fat cells and breaks them apart with the ultrasonic energy, and that releases the fat that's inside it. The third step is we have a special device that helps to move that fat out of there so your body can process it, and that's both tightens up the skin and shrinks the fat too.
So no surgery, no needles are involved, right?
There's
Nothing
no
I can
needles,
worry
no
about.
surgery. In
You're not
fact,
gonna cut me
you
open.
can go to the gym right afterwards if you want, or go
Oh.
walking or do whatever. Yeah, it's very comfortable, and you'll see it feels like a nice warm stone massage, although we don't use stones.
That sounds nice. And
procedure.
how does this differ? So this is preferable to liposuction. Does
It's
this
an
work the
alternative.
same?
It's probably more for, this is more for smaller contoured areas. So the difference between the Vaser Shape and traditional liposuction or laser assisted liposuction is that the Vaser Shape is totally painless. There's no needles, there's no surgery recovery time, but it's usually a series of 4 or 5 treatments. And then it's really for sculpting local areas, whereas traditional liposuction or laser assisted, you can really get more aggressive with the area. But there's recovery time with that too.
So would you say the machine is more for people with the stubborn fat that can't lose it, maybe the 5-10 pounds that are stubborn
Yep.
around like the belly area or some
Sure,
areas
local
that
areas
can't
that are
lose
just
weight?
sort of disproportionate, and then it's just, if you don't want, if you're scared of surgery, if you don't have the time for the recovery, then
Right.
then this is, we can do this once a week, for 4 or 5 weeks, and sometimes get you similar results, but it's just a lot more comfortable. You can do your arms, you can do your back, you can do your thighs, your belly, love handles, all of those different areas. You can get the butt tightened up.
And takes care of cellulite?
It takes a little bit longer, more treatments do the cellulite, but it can help with the cellulite also, yes.
And these are permanent results?
The fat removal, as far as we know, again, it's been around for 4 or 5 years. It seems to be permanent results as long as you maintain your exercising and don't change your diet. If you gain
Right.
20 pounds, then obviously the bets are off.
Okay, that makes sense.
And this helps clear the toxins out that have just accumulated over the last few days and allows a place for the fat to go after once we get that fat moving. All right, now what's going to happen is you're going to start feeling a little bit warm here. If it gets too hot, you let me know.
Okay.
But it should just feel really comfortable. And this is the ultrasound part. Has a thermometer right inside so we can make sure it doesn't get too warm. We can adjust the parameters so that we can get the deeper fat, the middle fat, and then the skin tightening closer to the skin. One thing that's really nice about this is because it can be done pretty quickly and there's no downtime with it. If you have, like in a couple weeks, if you have a wedding or something coming up and you just want to get the last inch or 2 off,
Yeah.
then this might be a good way to just sort of get ready for that. We typically do it once a week.
Okay.
Sometimes we can compress it a little bit, but you got to remember what happens is the fat gets released and then we have to get rid of it through the lymphatic channels, and those are not big huge pipes. It takes a while to do that, so usually if we do it more often than once a week, we just don't get the bang for the buck. The results maybe are just doing it too often.
Okay. How did the lymph nodes release the toxins? I don't think many people know that.
The lymph nodes, the lymph channels are what gets it, it goes to the liver, and then the liver processes the fat that's released.
Is it like normal waste?
So the way to think of the lymph channels is to get it is they're really sort of little highways of getting the fat out of this area here so that your body can get rid of it. So this here releases the fat from the fat cells where they're stored. So the last part here is we're going to do the lymphatic drainage, and what that does is takes that released fat and just gets it out out of this area here. So what I'm doing now is I'm just sort of milking it from the center down towards where the lymph nodes are. Is that feeling uncomfortable? A little different.
Yeah.
Okay. So you lost an inch, and just to let you know, you're a little bit swollen right now just from the heat and the friction.
Yeah.
The next 2 or 3 days, you're gonna see the most changes, and I would give it about a good week before you see the final result.
Awesome. This is great. It's fast too.